Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. She's been out in the yard today, so she's kind of messed up and she's been playing. Let me check and make sure we're live here. Oops, I think I forgot to turn something off. Okay. Let me just set her down for 1 second because I left the sound on my, whoa, stand, okay. There we go, we'll turn this down. But this is how I watch you guys here, so welcome. Thank you so much for popping on today. I'm so thankful that you're here with me. It's good to see you. And happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Susan, good to see you. Roz, hello, my dear friend Roz. And Renee, good to see you guys. It is so hot here. You wouldn't believe it. Carol from Connecticut. I bet you have beautiful weather. Susan, yes. It's 94 degrees here right now. Can you believe it? That's San Diego for you. Ruth, good to see you. Yeah, Arthur, my watch says 94 degrees, my smartwatch, and it is typical late October San Diego warm weather, but we hadn't had any till just about now. Like we usually have a lot of warm weather. Pam, good to see you. So I've seen pictures from around the country, and some of you, like Carol, I know your trees are gorgeous, lots of beautiful colors, and I'm so jealous. So I'm going to live vicariously through your pictures, all the pictures that you all post. Pam, good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you on here before. Pamela Joy. We have a Pam R. So good to see you. And my daughter's middle name is Joy, so I will definitely remember that. Where are you from, Pamela? Renee, it finally cooled down in Ohio because it started raining. Oh, that's good. Linda, good to see you from Pennsylvania, another one with gorgeous weather. I know you guys have great weather. Tina, North Carolina, rainy and cold, 50 degrees. Lovely fall weather. Nancy Sue, you made it to the live. Only in the 70s today. Yeah, well, we're 94. I can't even believe it. So I've got my kind of sleeveless top on and everything. And like I said, Ellie was out running around having a great time in the yard. And we have been busy. You know what? There's just a lot going on right now. I was just going to fix my glasses here. They're a little weird. I'm getting ready for a class here in my craft room right back there on Saturday. Roz, cool mornings. Oh, 60 degrees, low 80s in the daytime. I know, Renee, November next week. It's hard to believe. 54 for Linda. Leaves are changing and falling. So I'm having a class here on Saturday, and I have 9 ladies coming, and that is a lot because I can max fit 6 here in this room. So then they have to sit in the kitchen at the kitchen table. And so we're going to have a great time. I have a lot of cards planned. I have to start cutting them tomorrow and getting everything ready for what I call my local class, because I do classes, online. Karen, good to see you. So we have that going on, and I'm planning a team holiday party for my team. Anybody who can come, and I know I have people from all over the country, but the ones that are local, I'm inviting to a fun holiday party at a Mexican restaurant. I called them and they said they don't mind if we come and take a few tables and make some cards and eat some good Mexican food. So that's what we're going to do for our holiday party. She wants to get down. I'm going to put her down. So I'm excited about that. And Dr. Robin and I are getting ready to go in a couple weeks to Backstage, which is the leadership conference for demonstrators, and it's in Las Vegas. Let me know if any of you are going to be there, because I would love to see you there. So let me know or send me an email, Peggy@prettypapercards.com, and we'll make a point to meet up there. And Robin and I are getting very excited planning for that. And we're thinking about that's backstage, and we're thinking about on stage, which is the conference for all demonstrators that comes up next March. And it's out here in Long Beach. I'm so excited. It's like just 2 hours at the most away. Well, longer depending on traffic, but we're thinking about that. Oh my gosh, there's just so much going on. I'm very excited these days. Plus, it's the end of the month and a lot is happening. So I want to give a little bit of news, but we're going to make 2 cards today with a sneak peek bundle. Are you ready? 2 cards. I don't usually do that. Okay, so things to know at the end of the month. And let me just go ahead and turn you down so that you can see these things. So our tutorial bundle that I do with the other demonstrators called the Papercraft Collective, and there are 8 tutorials using the Traditions of Christmas bundle. All of these tutorials you can get free with a $50 order in my online store, and that free part ends on the 31st. And then we have a new tutorial bundle. Jeanne, good to see you. It's always on sale in my tutorial shop on my website, on my blog. But to get it free, only a few more days. And then another thing that's going to end in a few days is the special offer that Dr. Robin and I have going on with regard to the beautiful 12 Days of Advent calendar. And if you order the 12 Days of Advent calendar from one of us, hello, Carol McKinney, good to see you. If you order this calendar from one of us during the month of October, so only a few more days, we have each prepared 4 cards and 4 PDF tutorials, and you'll get all 8 for free when you order the Advent calendar from one of us. So that is ending on the 31st. Another thing ending on the 31st. Oh, you guys, this is such a great deal. The starter kit special for only $35. It's so great. You get $125 worth of product. That's $90 in free product for only $35, and it all ships free. It's like a no-brainer. If you've ever considered getting the starter kit and becoming a demonstrator, this is the time to do it, and you won't be disappointed. You can stay a demonstrator and get 20% off everything you order until April of next year. It's such a great deal, and I would love to have you join my team. I've had quite a few join already, and so I would love to, if you are not a demonstrator, I'm sure you've got $35. Just join me and we will have a lot of fun. Okay, and then the last announcement, which ends today, is my new Faith Creations class. This is one of the cards, and the pre-order ends today. I didn't even make a flyer for it. So we're going to make 6 beautiful cards, 2 each of 3 designs, on the names of God. This is the class I give every month, a class to go. So I send everything to you to make the cards. And this month we're featuring the Hebrew names of God. I'm really excited about this. And you get half a pack of the beautiful Peaceful Garden paper. You get a full pack of these little hues of blue. They're called cute little flowers. What else do you get? You get a bunch of stuff, and you get some of the very nice basic beige ribbon. Plus, I do a video tutorial, PDF tutorial for each one. Thank you, Roz. And this time I'm going to do a little teaching on the Hebrew names of God. So if you're interested, I have a link up there, or email me, Peggy@prettypapercards.com, and that pre-order closes tonight because I have to order this stuff. And then I have to get it prepared and ready to go before I go to backstage in a couple weeks, because I have to allow for the mailing time. I'm doing this to mean mailing time. Okay, are you ready to see the cards we're going to make today? I wanted to try to allow plenty of time. So we're going to use the new suite. No, sorry, boo-boo. the new bundle called Swirled Designs. And I've taken out the dies and put them here. I'm going to get new magnet cards that fit this size, the new size of packet, but I haven't gotten them yet. So I wanted to put these dies out. They are fun, fun, fun. And the stamp set is right here. And we're going to use both today. And it slips inside of this. So this is the bundle. It comes out on November 5th. It's an online exclusive, but I want to show it to you now because November 5th is a week from today, I'm pretty sure. And I wanted to show this to you so you know what it is and you can decide if you'd like to get it. So the cards we're going to make, and I'm going to combine a few other products with it. One is a Christmas, I made it into a holiday card. I took the oval and made it like a wreath and put that little flower on top. This is like a little flower. And we're going to make this. And then we're also going to make a fun kind of congratulations or celebration card using this star and the little stars and the star stamps. And I want to show you how all that works. So are you ready to go? Let's start with the star card, okay? And let me get out all the goodies that go together to make this. So what we're going to do is we are going to make it blue, shades of blue. So the first thing we're using is a card base of Secret Sea. Secret Sea is one of the new in colors from this year, and it's beautiful. And it's kind of black, kind of blue, kind of deep green. And we're going to put a sheet on of Misty Moonlight. So that's going to draw out the blue from the Secret Sea card base. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to use a piece of basic white, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp this. Let me grab I want to grab a little bit of graph paper because we're going to cover this with stars. And this is one of the stamps in the stamp set, and I wanted to show it to you. And we're going to use some Misty Moonlight ink. Let me get my glasses on here so I can see what I'm doing. And you'll see, and I'm also going to stamp off using this little stamp. Let me scooch over. Because I don't want everything to be very dark. I want the stars to be light, kind of in the background. So here is Full Strength Misty Moonlight, and that's pretty dark. And then here is Stamped Off. Stamped off means stamp off over here and then stamp on your paper. So I'm just going to cover this entire thing with this little stamp set. Isn't it? This little stamp. I think it's just sweet and small, and it's making a really nice little background here. So we're just going to cover our whole page, and it really won't matter what direction you go because the big star is going to be the star of the show. So it really doesn't matter how you do this, just so that you have it and it makes a nice little background for you. So we're just going to stamp all over. I think blue is nice at Christmas time, and and this isn't even a Christmas card. We're making it as a congratulations card, but I think it's good at Christmas time. I was going to make a Christmas card, but I used the other colors for the Christmas card, but this would make a gorgeous Christmas card also. And it works well also for our Jewish friends, although the star is not the Jewish star, but I think the colors, using these colors, you could make a nice background like this. Okay, so there's our background piece. And now we can adhere it to the front of our card. So here's our card. And let's first put these two together. Doesn't that look nice on there? I think so too. And then this is just what goes kind of in the background. Then we're going to decorate. So the Misty Moonlight piece is just 1/8 of an inch larger, just enough to add that little bit of color, that little bit of the blue color as a border. Whoops. And then we're going to put it down on our card base. Just like this. And I just think that looks so nice as a card base. It looks like a swirling design. It kind of does. That's just how I stamped it. Okay, now we're going to do some die cutting, and I'm going to show you. I'm so excited to show you how these dies work because they're just fun, and they fit in my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So here is, now I'm using some glimmer paper because I wanted, stars should be glimmering, don't you think? And this is the Peaceful Garden glimmer paper. And I'm going to take this star, this large star, and we're going to run it through, and I'm going to show you how fun it is. I was surprised when I ran it through. It's really neat. It actually has 2 parts, and I'll show you here. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. So it has a star that pops out, and then it has the kind of border or the outline of the star. And it's really, really fun. And then there are pieces that come out to make it look more open. So I'm just going to press those pieces out so that you can really see. Actually, we're not going to use this. We're going to use the blue for the inside, so I don't need to do that. I will save that. But what I did is I went ahead and cut another. I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't. Oh, I did. I cut another star of the silver glimmer paper. I'm laughing at what Cindy said. And these, so you can use them together, like you can use the outline from the same color, or you can switch the colors. And that's what I really liked, is being able to switch the colors. And I know there's just a little kind of a funny notch right in there. Can you see that? And that goes right in here. If you can see, this has a little notch right there. And so when you place the inner piece inside, you just put the notch right in there, and it fits perfectly. Isn't that just cute? My daughter loves the Dallas Cowboys football team, and I'm just thinking this would be great for her because they have, I think it's kind of like navy blue and white stars, and it kind of looks like one of their stars. It's amazing what you think of. Okay, so here is our star, and what we're going to do with this, we're going to add a little bit of Secret Sea ribbon. This is called the faux linen ribbon, and I'm just going to add a little bit of this to this inner piece, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold it over because I thought this would be cute as a little congratulations type card. I'm going to snip there. Okay. And we're going to do, I don't know how all of you do it, but I'm going to do this my way because I really want my ribbon to stick. And I know I can use mini glue dots, but when it's dry here in Southern California like it is today, they just do not hold as well as I want them to. So I'm putting some glue in between and then on the top here, and we're going to put it on the back of the star where I want it to come down from. So right there, okay? And now I'm going to hold it there, get up there, right there, and I'm going to add some dimensionals to keep this on there. And by the time it dries, it'll be stuck on there really well. So I'm going to put a dimensional on like that, and then another dimensional right, where are you? Where did you go? Right there, okay? So those are kind of holding that on there while it dries. A package being delivered. sorry. She's going to go check out the mailman or the Amazon man. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our star on. That's her favorite thing to do, is to bark like that. She wants us to get the package, and then she wants to smell it. That's her thing. So I'm going to put the star on right here using the Stampin' Dimensionals. And now I'm going to put the border over it. And so I want to find, there's that little part that kind of poked out a little bit. So we know the border is going to go right like this. And what I'm going to do is just put little tiny dots of glue. And there's a piece that didn't pop out. Little tiny dots of glue. And then we'll put the border over. I could have put the border down first, but then I wouldn't have known exactly where to. I don't know. I think I felt better putting the star on first, but definitely, you know, you do it however you would like. This is just what I felt worked best for me. And it just takes a little bit of glue. And let's see, where is that little thing? Okay. And then you just slip it right over that. And as you press down, it's just going to, you can just lift the little arms of the star right up. Arms, is that what they're called? Just lift these up a little bit so they're coming up over. And there's your border of your star. And I'm going to hold it. Snickers is looking for Ellie. I'm sorry about that. So there is the glimmer paper. Now you can see, isn't that just gorgeous? I was so surprised that the star did that. I thought it was very cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out some more stars. And I've got little, I cut two. So there is another die. There are two other star dies, but this one in particular is the one I wanted to show you because it does basically the same thing that the big one did. It has a little outline that it cuts out. So let's just run this through. Oh, okay, Cindy, bye-bye. Watch the replay. Good to see you. Okay, so I'll show you how this one works. And this is the silver glimmer paper from the Peaceful Garden. Sweet. And there's the little outline. And then there's your star. So I've got 3 of these, and we can use any that we want. We could use the outline or we could use the star, but what I decided to do on my sample is use the full star. I'm going to save the outlines for something else. And I'm going to adhere the stars with just a little mini Stampin' Dimensional to make this real celebratory kind of. Because I picture it as a celebration card for someone who achieved something, who got promoted, graduated, you know, something big, a big achievement. I think this is a great little card for that. So we've got our 3 little stars all around. And let's see, just put that one up there. And now we need a sentiment strip, sentiment piece. And I have a little 1/2 inch strip of basic white. And we're going to stamp it with a sentiment. I wanted to find that celebrate sentiment, and I found it here in the Beautiful Motifs stamp set. And this has a lot of great sentiments. And I liked the celebrate. So we're just going to stamp that right on here. With, again, Misty Moonlight ink. I'm going to try to get it right in the center, or sort of the center. Okay, isn't that a pretty, it's nice and strong, like celebrate, nice and strong sentiment. And so my goal is to get it, and I'm going to glue it because we have a lot pulled up with the dimensionals. So I want to trim the edges here. So so that the celebrate is in the center like that. And we'll then I'll trim this one kind of like this. We'll see how that looks. Just like that. And I think this was pretty quick, wasn't it? Pretty quick card to make. With this new set, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of several of the things that this set does. And then I have a little piece for the inside. I think this is the inside piece. Yes. And what I'm going to do on this is just stamp it with some of those stars that we used on the front. But we'll do it full strength this time. See how the difference when it's full strength? And we'll put a few stars on the envelope. Okay. Now we can put this on the inside and we're good to go. We've made a really nice card, so we have something on hand. If someone has a big achievement, we're prepared. I like that. I like to be prepared. Okay. So there's our first card. Let me just fix the envelope. Isn't that Julia? Good to see you. Thanks, Roz. Yeah, it is a fun card. I think it's quick, and I love it. It illustrates how the dies work, and I really like that. So let's go on and make our second card. And here is our second card. And we're going to use some different things from this set. Now, one thing I decided to combine this with the Jolly Holly bundle, because in order to make it for Christmas, I needed a couple extra things, right? Because this set is just a year round. The Swirled Designs is like any time of year. Good, Linda. Put prize, because I'm going to give away 2 prizes a week from today. I'll give away each card, so I'll draw 2 names next week. So definitely put the word prize. So we're going to use a little, I used the Jolly Holly embossing folder to emboss that white there. And I'll show you. I went ahead and pre-embossed it so I didn't have to take the time to do that. And then here's I'm using crumb cake cardstock. Sorry about that. I forgot my paper trimmer, so I'm going to score that at 4 1/4. And we can just go right ahead and put our embossed piece right on there. Like this. And then I'm going to show you something I'm going to do with it. So I'm just, on embossed pieces, I like to put more glue than normal because there's less area that really touches the other piece. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And just to add some festivity, some festiveness, some holiday cheer to this card, I'm going to take my real red, dark real red Stampin' Blend marker, and I'm just going to touch. All you need to do is touch the little berries, because this is holly. Remember, we're using the Jolly Holly embossing folder. And you barely touch the tiny, tiny little dots that they have all around. And then for the actual holly, you just hold it a few minutes more and it soaks through more and creates a bigger circle. And I think this just makes the background look really just fun and festive. But you have to look for the little dots like this. And then just hold it down on those larger ones and see how it just absorbs right in like that. This, I pulled this out. I don't know why I hadn't been really using it. I've had it for a while. We used it right in the beginning when we started making Christmas cards, when it first came out. And I kind of had set it aside, and I'm happy to use it again because it's so cute. I think I'll be using it more in the next month as we continue to make Christmas cards. See how pretty that looks? And it's quick and easy and makes a nice little background for you. Almost done. A few more little dots here. More berries. There we go. Isn't that fun? It is a great embossing folder. I like it too, Linda. So we'll put our card face up like this. Now what we're going to do is use another one of the dies from the new set that we're sneak peeking. This is the oval die. And I'm going to use a piece of crumb cake cardstock. And we're going to cut that oval, and let's see how that one turns out. It's always fun when you get a new die set to, to try each new die and see, wow, how does that, what's like that star? It was so surprising to me that it had those two parts. I didn't even know that. So I'm always kind of excited to see how it comes out. The oval doesn't really have two parts, but I think it's still a pretty cool oval. And the one thing about the oval, it's not an actual oval, but it does punch out a little piece or make a little piece that comes out. So you can use that for a scrap. So here's our oval, swirled oval. We'll just get a couple of those out. Looks like I got some real red blend on my finger. That's how stampers are. They get ink on their fingers. Okay, so now we've got this little guy, and he's going to go, I'm going to bring him up a little bit more. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I had a piece of ribbon that I was going to put across there, but I guess I'm not going to. I forgot. I was supposed to put that on before I glued that down. So that's fine. This card will be a little bit different than the other one. So let's go ahead and glue this. And again, like with the star, we're just going to put dots in the area where we can, because the lines are very thin. So we're just going to put tiny little dots of glue, and they'll hold. It's enough to hold it. Kind of where the different lines come together. Let's turn it this way and get some right up here, and that will work. Okay. And then we'll just adhere it right there. And just hold it down for a few minutes. Okay, now, let's see what else I have in my little envelope that I have all the little goodies. Okay, so I pre-cut one of the flowers so you can see. Do you see how it's a flower with leaves on the bottom? And so we're going to plan to put it right there. First, I'm going to tie the ribbon. What I did here is I took some of the real red shiny ribbon and I cut it in half lengthwise because it was very thick and I thought it would overpower this cute little card. So I cut it in half lengthwise, and that's what you're seeing here. And let's just trim those little tails. We'll trim this one. And you may have some of it does kind of shed or shred a little bit. You can, I don't know, I can see it. You might not be able to see the little shreddy pieces. So let's go ahead and glue our flower. And we have the same issue, just little tiny dots to get it to hold down. There's a little piece that needed to be pulled off. Come off, little piece. There we go. Okay, and we'll put our glue back on this place. Okay. I think this it looks like a Christmas wreath. That's why I really liked it. Hilda, good to see you. Cheryl, good to see you. And then we have our little bow. And again, I am going to use glue, and the reason is just because we're having such dry weather right now. If I used a little mini glue dot, our weather just pops those little things right off when it gets real warm and dry like it is today. I think we're having a mild Santa Ana. That's what they call it, a Santa Ana. They call it the Santa Ana winds. I'm just going to let that sit for a few minutes because we're going to do another bit of die cutting, and this time I mentioned we're using other bundles, and we're going to use the Holly Jolly bundle. We use the Holly Jolly embossing folder, which is actually a hybrid embossing folder, and this can go inside and cut the holly out. But I didn't do that this time, but I am going to use this little word joy, and we're going to cut it out of red, real red cardstock. I felt like it would work just perfectly on this card, and I'll put that at the top so I can save a little bit of the paper for another joy. Okay, just like this. You guys like this card better? Okay. Well, because it's the holidays, and that's what we're preparing for the holidays, so I think that's why probably. And where's my little take your pick tool? We'll just get those guys out of there. Okay, and this is what is so cute. Isn't that just adorable, joy? I mean, I just think that's so cute. And we can just put joy right down there. Now, again, we have to use glue because even a mini Stampin' Dimensional, I think, might be too big. One might fit in there, but I don't think so. So I'm just going to use, again, some dots of glue to adhere our little joy word. And we don't need to adhere all of it, just a little bit. And I think I'll try to cover those little berries there, kind of just like that. And really, that's all you need. Now I'm going to put a piece on the inside. I don't really have, I think I might wait to put the piece on the inside because I want to make sure that little bow is dry, that it's really adhered with the glue. And it's working on it. It's trying to adhere itself. It'll dry in just a minute. So those are your two cards made with this new Swirled Designs Bundle that comes out on November 5th. And we used the stars. We didn't use any of the other stamps, but I'm sure we will in the future. And I love these. I really like these dies. I think they're very fun. Both cards, we made them in the time we usually make one card, right? Wasn't that quick and easy? We love it. We love quick and easy. Okay, I'm going to come back up. And so if you put the word prize, I'll draw two names next week, next Wednesday, which will be November 5th, the day all of this goes live. I'll draw two names, and so you'll win one of the cards if your name is drawn. Okay, so now it's time to give the prize from last week. And the card from last week, we used another one of the online exclusives that is going to go live on November 5th. This, let me see, Bunches of Beauty, I want to say. I'm kind of forgetting now. But in Petals of Beauty, that's what it is. And this, I'm trying to get it to, this is the card we made. And it says, because Words of Beauty is this die set, Words of Beauty. So the winner of this card, we had lots of people that wanted this card, and the winner is Jeannie Kidd. Jeannie watches all the time, and Jeannie, thank you so much. I will be sending this out to you. I have your address. I appreciate you guys watching, and that's why I give away my cards. And so I've sent everything out until today. So if you've won in the past couple weeks, you should be getting it in the mail like today, I hope, or tomorrow. So congratulations to Jeannie, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. I will come on Halloween. I mean, we don't really have that many trick-or-treaters here, and they don't usually come till more toward 6 or 6:30. So I think we'll go ahead and have a live on Friday. And so I'll see you then. Thank you guys so much. Go stamp a card.